Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to you. I'm looking at my time just to check the time, but it's a lovely evening here in the UK, and we are so excited. Yes, it's winter, and I'm looking all glamour. I know I look so good. I know I tell myself that as well, and I hope you're doing very well. Well, as part of the series for talks for 2019, one of the goals I put up for myself is to interview amazing, busy, working mothers, women who are doing amazing things in their own space. You know, I believe that united we stand, divided we fall. And I believe so much in collaboration, in connection, and community. And that is my focus as part of this interview series, to expose ourselves to more women who are doing great things in their space. It might be small, but you know what? I never underestimate little beginning. So with me here today, my very speaker for the year 2019, I was going to say 17. 2019, I'm doing a drum roll here because I'm excited. I'm full of there is something about saying you want to do something and actually doing it. So trust me, I'm full of joy right now. My heart feels like it's going to explode right now because I am so excited to introduce to you the one and only Marian Ogundairo, who is an amazing business strategist. Marian, please say hello to my lovely people here today.
Hello, everybody. I'm so pleased to be here, and I'm very honored to be your first interviewee of the year. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure. Always a pleasure to share a platform with amazing people, amazing women. So we're going to go straight to it because we are busy working moms. We know that time is of the essence, so we don't want to waste time. We want to make sure we speak value and impute a lot of the things that we're doing right now that is making our lives easier. So I'm just going to start with basic things so that we get to know who you are, what you are. So if you can please tell us a bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do, that would be amazing, so that my viewers may know who I am speaking with, apart from your name and the business strategy.
Oh yes, as Toast has introduced me, I'm Marian Ogundairo, and I am a business analyst turned business strategist. So I actually I worked as a business analyst in the past in IT. I still do some of that, but right now what I do is I help people to build profitable and sustainable businesses, so that it takes away the overwhelm and they can actually go on to, do the things that they really want to do in life without all that stress.
Awesomeness. Also, that sounds like a lot of things. Could you just simplify that much more? Give us an example of exactly what that is for someone who is watching and think, oh, do I need her or do I not need her? Can you give us an example of what you do for someone?
You might be somebody that has an idea or has several ideas. You don't know where to start from. You don't know how to prioritize your ideas of starting a business. You might be somebody who's already in business, but you don't know what to do to move to the next step. Yes, and you kind of plateaued, or you're not sure which direction to go in, or you might have been in business for some time and you're thinking of expanding. So what I'll do is actually look at your business and help you figure out the best way for you to move forward, but in a way that your business is actually profitable, but not just profitable, but also sustainable. Awesome. So I look at the business from the grassroots really, and build up from there.
Awesome. That's amazing. See, what you said now is so clear to me. Now I can explain to somebody what you do, and I'm sure my viewers watching right now understand exactly what you do. So can you please tell us what a typical day looks for you? A busy working mother. You have an amazing daughter who I have seen lots of her works on social media from the vision board, which I think is amazing. And there was one you shared on Instagram as well, where you were writing the vision together as a family. I thought that was amazing. Well done. Yes, on Instagram. I believe I saw it on Instagram. So well done. So can you just tell us what a typical day looks like for you?
As you know, as a working mother, you don't have a typical day. So sometimes some things happen. But anyway, a typical day, let's put it. Okay, typical day for me would be starting with my first hour of my time, where I'm actually immersing myself in some, my reflection, some maybe thoughts and prayers and meditation. And then I would go off, I do that for probably about 15-20 minutes. And then I go off to do some kind of exercises in the morning when I wake up. And I like to read. My brain actually tends to function quite a lot in the morning. And that's where I have like lots of ideas that just come to me. So I find that I'm one of those kind of people, I need to have like a pen. right next to me. And sometimes I know we're not meant to have our phones at all, but sometimes I just got something in there and write it quickly. But I need to have something to go to bed with me. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just scribble and write. And sometimes I actually do it in the middle of the night. So in the morning, that's my morning routine. And then obviously we have the school run. So once I get my daughter to school, and then I come back and start looking and see what I have on my list of things that I need to do, because I prioritize my day and try and figure out what it is on my list that I need to do. I try not to put too many things on my list in a day. Maybe I have 3 main goals on the list, and I just work through them. And before you know it, it's time again to a school pickup time. You go off and pick the kids up, and then you have some time with them. And in the evening, I have some, like in the daytime, I have my calls, and in the evening as well, I actually meet up with some clients online, or I meet up with them in the day when she's in school, and I kind of rush back. I have the odd occasions where I have somebody else to pick her up from school for me, so that I can continue meeting.
Awesome. Well done.
Yeah.
Mom. So how do you manage all these things that you're saying and you still achieve your goal? Because I know you said something already, which I've written down. You said you try not to overwhelm yourself. You try not to do so much, so you stick with your 3 main goals. But how do you do it, that you still achieve your goals? Because like you said, things would happen. How do you still do it? What do you do to manage it all and still be this amazing, busy working mom?
So, I've not got it all figured out, and I don't think anybody actually has. But one thing I can tell you is that being a strategist, I have like a strategy of all my vision. So I have a vision board, right? Okay. So on my vision board, I have all the goals that I want to achieve. And for each goal, I have 3 daily habits that I actually have to do to achieve those goals. So I have 3 goals a day. And I follow those goals by habits. And I manage my day with a tool. I use 2 tools, actually. Okay. So I use Trello and I use Asana for my project management. So for the Trello and Asana, I have all my tasks in there. And I also have the workflow of what I need to do. Sometimes I also use something visual. You can use like a clock, a visual, a timer where you're saying that you're only going to spend a certain number of hours on a certain task. You don't want, so that I'm kind of learning how not to say I'm working, I'm being productive, because I want to start seeing results. You don't want to just be working, because as you know, you can work the whole day and you look back and you think, oh my God, what happened? What have I done? Absolutely nothing.
I know.
Exactly. I haven't achieved. So now I've learned this thing about being productive. Okay, so my productivity at the timer actually helps me, where I have a timer and I was like, it's okay, I've got this hour to do this goal, the specific thing, I'll do for 2 hours. The other thing I don't do is I don't have notifications on, because for me personally, they distract me. So one of the ways I actually achieve is knowing myself. I know what distracts me. So I don't actually have any notifications, because the minute they come in, I'm looking, and before I know it, I'm gone off in some kind of, I'm going down some abyss, where there's no ending. And you just end up, you find, where the time goes, 1 hour, 2 hours on social media, or just looking at emails, letting somebody else determine your time. So I'm getting much more focused, in what I do. And also I'm trying very hard. Something I'm really trying hard to do is to spend some time with some time with my daughter when she comes back from school, because I don't want to be sitting down here all the time. When she's here, I don't have any time for her, and then when she's off to bed, I can do some more work.
Yeah, that's right. Amazing. Thank you. You said a lot of things all crammed up in a few seconds.
I know.
A few minutes. Yeah. So you've talked about 3 daily habits. You talk about the 2 tools that you use. You mentioned the Trello. I didn't get the second one. What's the name of it?
Trello. Trello is Trello.
Yeah.
And the other one is Asana. Asana.
Asana.
Asana.
Asana. So it's an N. Asana. Awesome. Okay, you talked about Awesome. You talked about using a timer as well. You talked about knowing yourself, which I think is so key. So you know yourself that you get distracted by social media, so you've turned off your notification. That is amazing. See, I never thought of that, but that's actually right. But the key thing is that you know yourself. So you are doing what works for yourself. So viewers, I'm hoping that you're getting nugget like I'm getting nugget, because I'm just scribbling away. I like writing. And I'm like you as well. Everywhere I go, I have a pen and a paper beside my bedside, in my bag, in my wallet. Yes, I have a solid. Everywhere I have a small little pencil in my purse. I have a post-it note. So yeah, I think we're similar a lot in that respect.
I agree, because you know what happens sometimes? You're on the train or you're on a bus, you're out there somewhere, and you just have this idea that comes to you.
Yes.
You know, this amazing idea. And you know, how many times does it happen to you where you just think, oh gosh, what was that thing? And then you can't remember, it's gone.
That's right.
One thing. So you want to keep track of that, to make sure you have like a little notebook in
That's
there
right.
where you're actually like brain dumping all your ideas. The second thing that would actually help you do is, even if you do remember, because you already have your plans and your tasks planned out, you don't get distracted by these ideas, because they can take you, the ideas as well can also take you in a different onto a different tangent. So you can always actually have time where you come back to those ideas, you kind of formulate them, and then you have a specific time where you're actually seeing where they fit into your plans. The other one thing I would say about planning as well that I'm doing, you know, and 2019 is a massive year for me because there's so many things I'm changing, right? The other thing about planning is give yourself some leeway. Okay. Don't fill everything up and you don't have any time, because something might come up where you might just need. So even if it doesn't come up within the time that you don't have space, you can move things around and still do the things that you want to do.
Awesome. I like that. Give room for adjustment, basically. That's what you're saying. So that you are not rigid. So that when something comes, you'll be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But because you've created that gap, that allowance, that just in case, you know, something happens, there's your slot, there's your space I've provided for you. So everything is fine. I like that. Give room for adjustments. I'm just
like some money in the bank, some savings.
That's
saving
right.
some space.
That's right. I like that. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really do like that. So tell me, how do you ensure each day is purposeful for you?
Like I think having a day purposeful is the way you start your day.
Okay.
So for me, the way I start my day is very important. So the way you start your day is so important. So have you heard about these two men that they live on the same street, their windows right next to each other, and they're watching out of windows, looking out of windows. They wake up in the morning, they see exactly the same thing. One guy looks out of his window, he says, "Good God, it's morning," you know, and the other guy looks out of the window and says, "Good morning, God." Perspective.
That's
you know, so the way you start your day is so important. And talking about starting even at the night before, I think the night before determines what happens in the day. So for people, for example, you're married and you have your husband and you sleep overnight and you have a fight and you sleep on it. You wake up in the morning, you're angry.
That's right.
So, you know, you have a child, you have your kids, you know, you see them at night, you're angry with them, or before you take them to school, the last thing you say to them is something that makes them angry. You feel bad because you've spoken to the child, like the child, you know, the child's not going to feel comfortable. So for me, starting your day right is you're getting your mindset, getting your head clear. So apart from the tactics that we talked about, where you have the planning, the goal, your head, where you're at in your head is very important. And I also have this thing where in the mornings, I realize that when everyone is rushing school runs, it's always it's a hot spot. It's a hot point and hot spot. Everyone's like rushing and people are driving and, you know, tooting and, you know, that's when people tend to fall out in the mornings, people screaming at each other and all that. So I'm falling victim to it myself. So what I do now is like, you know, it's a day. I'm alive. We're healthy. We're here. We're going to go to school. What's the worst that can happen, you know? And so it's all for me. It's getting preparing myself for the day, because if I can prepare myself, you know, my mindset, you know, in a very good place, it actually determines a lot that can happen in the day.
Awesome.
I mean, you can change, you can pivot, but you know, it's always good to enter your day with a good mindset.
Awesome. I like that very much. Thank you for sharing that. So is there a particular quote that you live by that kind of like guides you, supports you, that you think about that just makes you just keep on going? Is there a particular one? Yes.
Because so many quotes and so many things, but I tell you one that has always resonated with me is the essence of life.
Essence of life.
Is growth. So the minute you stop growing, you start dying. You cannot stay stagnant. You still look at a tree or a plant, any living thing that is growing. The minute it stops growing, it means it's dying. So every single day of our lives, I tell my children, I tell my daughter, I tell me, you know, the minute you stop growing, you're not standing still.
Awesome. I like that. That's right.
The reason we're alive is for growth. And we continue to learn every single day of our life. Till the day we die, we're learning.
That's right. Totally agree with
you. So that's one thing, you know, and once you understand that, I think it opens up the doors for everything else. You know, because what it means for me is that it's the root. That means I'm learning, I'm open to learning all the things that are on offer. You know, all the books, all the podcasts, all the quotes, from people, you know, I'm like, I can take. But of course, you know, you choose who you learn and what you take. But the bottom line is that you're open. You're an open vessel. You're learning. The minute you close, the minute you stop growing, you know, you're not learning, you're dying.
That's right. Totally agree with you. So what is the ultimate goal or dream for you now? So this is 2019. What's the ultimate dream? What's the picture you've painted for yourself right now?
My ultimate dream is something that I cannot even phantom, to be honest. I can't even picture it right now. I have my dreams that I can, you know, like my hairy, scary, my really big vision dreams and everything that I put out there, fine. But my ultimate thing is that when I leave this world, I leave a legacy. I want to be known for something, for contributing to being a part of it. I don't want to leave this world and not be known for something. Right? I want to be able to put my name on there to say, yes, I came here, I saw, I conquered. You know, my name amongst the big names. My name is, and that's what I'm working for.
Awesome. I like that. That's a big goal. Definitely agree with you. It's Miles Miro that said that the graveyard is where the greatest potential is, because, you know, a lot of people do die empty. So yes, I totally agree with you, and I'm a fan of that. And yes, definitely want to die empty. Leaving a legacy is the way forward. Yes. So, do you have a program? Do you have a purpose? Okay. Sorry, what did you say? Say that again.
I said we all have a purpose. But there's every single human being. The minute you're on this earth and you're unique, you have there's a reason why each and every one of us has been brought to this world.
That's right. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. So I said, do you have a program, you know, that you want to share with us, you know, that women can gain from, you understand? Just tell us a bit about it if you do have a program like that.
Yes. So I'm running I run a program 6 weeks. I work with some people, workshops and one-to-one, but I have a 6-week program where I take people from the very start to the very end of starting your business. So even if you have an idea, if you're not sure, like I say, you have a number of ideas, you're not sure which one to start with, what's priority, or you have a business that's growing, but you're not sure why it's not growing. So what I believe in a foundation. Yeah. So there's so much going on out there in social media, so much about, you know, marketing, sales, you know, and everything. But the thing I say is that when you bring the person to your doorstep, right, and they come into the room, what have you got to offer to them? What? Because people are experts in their areas. Everybody, you might be a lawyer, a doctor, you might be a hairdresser, or you might be whatever it is that you're providing. Yes. You have an expertise. You know more than the average person in that area, right? But what you're not an expert is running a business. And this is where I actually come in. I look at your business and I build what we call your model, your business model, the best model that suits you. And then we offer that to your customer. Okay. That's what you put to them. So we go in there and they have a fantastic customer experience end to end. What's happening? So for me, it's not just about marketing and sales. It's how do you get them in? When you get them and they get in specifically, how do they come into a business that is sustainable? A business that if you wanted to, you can sell it on, you can pass it on to your children, not here to be gone tomorrow. Okay. And those kind of things, they take a little bit of time. And that's one thing people need. Patience. So that's so in that course, I take you through and I show you exactly step by step the roadmap to get you from where you are to meet you at your point of need and to get you to that place where you have that transformation, you know, the result, a business that has got roots and then you can start to build upon.
Awesome. What's the name of the program?
I call it building a profitable and sustainable business.
Awesome. So if people want to connect with you just because of this course, and someone is like, one of my viewers where they're like, oh my gosh, I need this right now because it's going to help me in 2019. Where can they contact you? Where can they find you to reach out to you?
They can find me on marianogundairo.com. Okay. Or they can actually reach out to me through you if they want to. And on my Facebook, I've got I'm on Facebook as well, and I can give you the links to that. Profit Business Entrepreneurs, but I'll give you the link.
So if you give me all the links, then I can share with the amazing people. Yes. That we will do, because I think that will be helpful. Thank you so much, Marian, for spending your few valuable time with us, sharing with busy working moms what you do, in terms of living as a busy working mom, talking about your program, talking about your strategies for living and for life. In closing, what 3 things would you encourage women to do more of?
What 3 things I would encourage? One thing I'll say is run your own race.
Run your own race.
Run your own race.
Yeah.
Be your individual person. Like I say, we're all unique. Don't look at what other people are doing. Run your own race. You have a purpose on here.
That's right.
The second thing I'll say is when things don't go the way you want them to, in terms of you've planned out our day and everything, and something happens, that is out of your control, don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some leeway. Because we're entrepreneurs. First of all, we love our families, right? We've chosen to be entrepreneurs. And we want to enjoy. It has to be fun. You don't want to. I believe so much in fun. I'm one of those people that believes a lot in fun. Yes. You don't want. It's not. You don't want it something that's stressful. Something that you that gives you a lot of problems. So you just want to run your own race. Then the other thing the last thing I'd say is, in everything that you do,
yes,
every win, celebrate yourself.
That's right.
Celebrate. Don't forget to look after you. Spend time with the ones you love. Spend time with your family, because that's the reason a lot of us actually we want to impact other people. We're no good to people if we're all drained out, we're washed out, if we're tired.
Awesome.
We're no good to the family that we want to actually help and we want to be there for if we're not spending time. So spend time. Celebrate yourself. Go for spoil yourself. Spend time with your family.
Awesome. Awesome. Love your 3 amazing tips, which I have just written down in summary. The first one, you said, run your own race. You said when things happen, that you didn't plan for, you said, don't be so hard on yourself. And the third thing, which I like, you said, celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, celebrate your family. Amazing feedback. Thank you so much, Marian, for coming on my program today, to talk to busy working moms everywhere, because I'm sure this is going to go everywhere. And I pray that as we started 2019, it will continue to be a year of good health, a year of new things, new beginnings, and we will do all that we have planned. Lines will fall in pleasant places for you as well in 2019. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say before?
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, to all your people, your tribe, your following, have the best. Be the best version. Be the best, latest version of yourself.
Come on,
because 2022 will be better.
That's right. Thank you so much. So thank you, everyone. That's all I have time for today, because I know you're busy and Marian is busy and I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm sure you've enjoyed watching this program. If there's anybody you would like me to interview, do feel free to let me know. And if you personally would like me to interview you as well, please just send me a message as well once you finish watching this through the link that you'll be getting this from. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless. But before I go, I need you to remember that you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're courageous, you're delightful, you're elegant, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and of course you're gorgeous, you're honorable. Why? Because you're so worth it. That's it. I like that. So thank you, everyone. I gotta go right now. Thank you. Love you so much. Have an amazing 2019. I'll be back again with an amazing lady who will be sharing with you what she's doing in 2019. Bye now. Marian, say bye to everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.